Hello everyone, my name is Slumperd and welcome back to Symmetria episode 5 I believe. And this episode we're gonna do something I've been waiting for a bit, and in the background you can see a little hint towards it. We finally have an elytra. As I think last Friday, or maybe not last Friday when this goes up, but last Friday from where I am, the server had their raid of the dragon, and unfortunately I couldn't be there, but I could walk bravely to the shopping district and buy an elytra. So that's what we did, and as you can see on a server it works a lot better than on a single player world. And as well I bought some choker boxes. I got a couple of more in here and downstairs. So, because downstairs I have two shock boxes also full with sand, and here I'm filling them up with gravel. So hopefully we, at some point we'll have 4 boxes of concrete. And I hope that will slowly fill up over time, as we won't need it yet, but in a bit we will. And as you might have seen while I was walking around in here, the village has made quite some progress. I think the last time you saw it, only these two houses and this one here were there. But we've finished it further, and I'm gonna climb to the roof here. As you can see, the same thing that happened there in that corner over there happened kind of everywhere, in that all the locations and kind of roofs kind of fall together, because this one has a gap because of the size difference. But you can see here all these houses here are technically the same connected roof. And similarly, if we go over here, you can see this connects over here, which connects over here, which connects here, and all this is also again connected. So that makes it, if you walk through it, feel really cramped and really small. But I kind of like it. It's not a place where I'd want to live, but I do think it fits for the theme. And or for the theme for the hidden villages as well. And as I said, the first thing I want to do finally now this episode is start with the leaf placing. So I'm gonna log back on, but with the replay mod, and we'll have a little time lapse. And with that we have a roof, and you can see I've also been placing a couple of lights around me, as there was lots of mobs beginning to spawn. So for a moment I thought the leaves didn't leave any light through, but it turns out that's just because it was getting night. Also, as you might have noticed during the time lapse, I was placing these saplings everywhere, but none of them grew except for that one. So we'll have to make these things into custom trees, I think. Yeah, I missed. And we'll have to, like, I want to hang these shroom lights from the roof still, so there's still a lot to do for the roof, but I think this is a very nice start on the whole thing. Also, what I'm thinking still is we should probably like close all this in, so that this is really the only path inward. But that's all for later. I'm first gonna do some prettifying now, and I'm probably gonna, after that, do a whole bunch of resource gathering and get some stuff for the shop, and then I'll see you again after that. I've been placing some fences and kind of placing mushrooms in other places, and I think it's starting to look interesting. I think this will be fun. There's one fence there which I have to jump to get through. Nice. I didn't expect that to work so easily. But yeah, so we have the simpler, smaller ones that just like 1 or 2 fences before a mushroom block, and then we have the more bigger, like this one that's kind of like growing in between here, and the one over here where they're bigger and they're growing multiple of the mushrooms. So we're gonna do that for that side as well, and maybe also somewhat more over here. And then I want to have a couple of bigger ones like in the path here. So I'm gonna continue doing that. I still haven't done anything here. And then I hope that in the in-between I will find some way to both make these trees look, or make this like an actual trees instead of just like blocks that are randomly standing around. And also because these types of places are there are quite a few of them, but I think what I'm gonna have to do is just put some light in the ground or something. Probably have to put it here then. But yeah, it's similar to, well, this one's available, but for example over here it's difficult to get some light here from the roof, so I'm gonna have to find another way to get that done. But I think a lot of places can be just simply done with some green carpet and a light source in the ground. The village at the moment is close to done. I do want a couple more of those hanging around here in the middle. So I need more shroom lights because I'm out of those. But as you can see, we have quite a lot more than previous, and I've also added some leaves around all the trees in around the village. Unfortunately though, it was very difficult to place all these leaves, and it's probably also going to be quite difficult to show all of it, but I think you can see it kind of there. And I do think it kind of breaks up. Sometimes you won't always see a lot of them when you're walking around, but sometimes like in the background you see like a bit of green instead of whatever the thing is, the wall is. So I think that's very nice. I've also filled that part in, and now that I look at it I see that there's some holes here, so I'll try to fix that. But yeah, what wanted this it to be a bit as I said, hidden as before, but also to be a little less visible because well, obviously there's a lot of light coming from here, and that makes it very visible. I do think there's still a couple of like changes to make, some small additions, but overall I'm very happy with how this whole thing is looking. With that, I'm gonna do what I said I was gonna do before, which is gather a bunch of resources, and after that I probably will go and I don't know yet. We'll see what we'll do when we're there. And actually, now that we have an elytra and I spent some time buying, I just bought some rockets. I do want to see how this looks from the skies. Well, I think at least it's obvious. We'll see if we can improve it in some form. I do think it's looking good. I think this outside this way is like the least it's least interesting part, but when you go inside and with the mushrooms hanging everywhere in the village, I really like that. That's like, I'm very happy with how that worked out. So we're back at the shop. We have sold quite a lot. This is even after I've restocked like I think a day ago or so. So the quartz is selling very well. But what I am here to do is take this book and add something to it. So accepting mob. Okay, I can't type there. Mob heads. Please. Okay, so we'll have to move this from here for now. Just please look at the list on the next page, as I'll be updating the list of accepted heads. I'll put this there, and let's put a line there, then there, different stage, and then here mob heads, guardians, villagers, birds, no, parrots I should say, parrots, dolphins. Okay, so that will be added now, and yeah, I probably will need to restock this. It has been a while since last clip. Don't know exactly how many days, but a couple. Let's see, what have you missed? Let's do a quick tour of the new place of the Hobbit Hole. Don't think I've shown this on camera technically, but it's been here for a while. I have a small little tree farm here, also for the nether trees here. And if we probably should go up this way, I have the most fancy brewing stand available. But that's the least interesting of this place, because I've also changed or added a lot here. Not sure how much of this was already there during the previous clips, but as you can see, we've added some color with the flowers, and I've tried to add some grass and things on these little things. I don't have any more stuff on there, and I've just actually got on, and I did already see this, but Oracle likes our base, so thank you. I'm also very happy with it, so it's nice to have people give you compliments. But as you can see, we have a couple of strength potions here, and that is because besides just normal mining, I have also been to the Nether, and I have got some soul sand and some wither skulls, so we are going to mine downwards. I think I've already said this in an episode, but I'll go here again just to explain again. So in this area we are at level 50 here, and I think previously I said that I would go a bit up and a bit down, but I think I'm only going to go down because at the end of our base in this direction is quite quickly the sea. I don't want to accidentally mine in there. But yeah, we have quite a large area here to excavate, especially since like this is going to be a lot larger still, and then it's also going to be about 20 blocks down probably. So we want to have a beacon for that, and the way you get a beacon is by killing the wither, or buying one. I haven't looked if people are selling them, but killing the wither is more fun. And I mean, I've already skipped out on the dragon fight, so I should at least do one of them myself. So I'm gonna prepare quickly for the battle with wither, and then I'll see you then. I was about to make a joke and like make a soul soil wither here and then act surprised when it didn't work, but I would have acted very surprised because apparently that does work. So I'm very glad I checked that before I went with my stupid joke. So we are a little under our base now, and it's time to summon the guy. There's also caves around me everywhere, so there's a small chance he'll get loose in one of those, but we'll see what happens. Just rushing one of these, and that's that one there at the ready. Those are most for regeneration. Oh crap! I forgot to tell people. I should have said that before I summoned him, but still. Come on, explode. Yeah, he's attacking something else there, so I think he found a cave. Or he's just trying to free himself. Come on. Almost there. About there we go. That was a lot easier than I expected. But we got our star. We also get a head? I don't think we did. Yeah, see, he immediately found a cave here. There's caves everywhere in this area. But yeah, sorry, that felt a little anticlimactic, but we've got it now. So I'll see you once I've built my beacon. And there we have it. I think activating is done. And we also have the full beacon set up, so grab one of those. Then let's see what's a good place to have an entrance, because I think if we're gonna dig a hole for the beacon anyway, we might as well do it this as well. And I was thinking like these holes could make for like an entrance, but I think this one is good. Yeah, this is gonna be the first one. So dig to Y level. Let's do. Let's do that 50. You're gonna go 30 probably. Let's set this thing up and then we can start. Oh wait, okay, no. That was dumb. I need to go up again because it's easier to mine from Y50 to Y30 than the other way around. Okay, so I'm gonna dig this beacon out and then I'll see you again. And here we have it. And as you can see, we actually are very close to another portal, which kind of is gonna mean that this thing has to go. There's also, I think, another cave here. Just because, as I said, there's caves everywhere. With that, we can now just go like this. And I think this is the way towards... This is facing south, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is the way towards the sea, and then we'll have to dig a big hole. And I think then that this is the level where it's going to be at, because I did measure the sea before. I did measure the sea before, and it turns out that it was at level 54 or 53. So if I from 50 go up even a little bit, then it's going to be a problem. So instead, because I think I was walking down there at level 94 or 49 is it then? So we're gonna go from there and then probably dig down from there to a lower level. And yeah, I'm still thinking about 20 blocks, but maybe we'll do a bit less or more depending on how it feels once we have a bit of a hole there. So I'm thinking maybe we'll just sneak in another time lapse here. And we're gonna have a bit of a mining time lapse. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So oh wait, and also to make it official, I'm sorry people who like farms. Also the beacon hasn't been placed very well, as that means I kind of want to go like mostly maybe a little bit towards here. So I think that about here will be the furthest north, as it were. So it's kind of in a corner of the eventual base, but I think we're gonna have to replace if we have to replace it anyway, place somewhere else. So we're just gonna make a start here, and then we'll go ahead. So time lapse time. I'll see you in a minute. You know, every time I start a new Minecraft world, or in this case join a new Minecraft world, I forget how fun it is to just insta-mine. As you can see, and as you probably noticed in the time lapse, we have a ravine here. During mining just for resources and everything, I did encounter this ravine a couple times before, but we'll have to in some way get around it and then see at what level it ends, because there then I want to build a an area. I also thinking maybe, and that depends on how big we can it is, but or the total area is going to be, but if we pull this thing, is going to go like this now, and if we instead kind of pull it over here and join it up with this part, I think in that case we would have to dig this whole part much further out that way than I was originally wanting, but that's not a problem in theory. And then that part, the other side, because yeah, so as well, as you can see in these two chests, yeah, I have two color palettes prepared, a red one and a blue one, and this underground part is going to be kind of divided into a like watery blue place and a fiery red place. And yeah, so I think that if we make this ravine kind of like crawl around it or through it, we can kind of incorporate the ravine itself and also make like a clear divide between the two. But then I would still like it still needs to be safe, and I want it to look very differently from what it looks now. So that's all like a long-term project. As it turns out, like this wall here is kind of a hard border, because if we dig a bit further here, we're gonna hit water. You can kind of see it here with the sandstone. So we have kind of like a hard border here. So what I will do, I think, instead of what I earlier said with the ravine, to divide it, we'll have that as our border. Anyway, I don't remember where I was, so I'm just gonna start over. So we have the hard border there, and we have the ravine idea. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still gonna connect them, but this will be like the end of our area. And then so where I was planning to go exactly that way, we're gonna go the exact opposite way and go this entire area. So this will be like the first quadrant, and then we'll build it over bigger there. And I think that's gonna be it for this episode. But that's the second time I record this part. So maybe if I find something while mining down here, I'll record this again. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.